the color area, it's a high percentage opportunity.
Taken right back here by Hughes. Trying a lane in strong and one down.
Yeah, and just right place, right time almost right here. When he recovers the basketball, he knows what to do with it, carves up the defense. And like all sublime finishers, watch his eyes. Despite the contact, keeps his eye at the goal the entirety of the play.
Sure of the name early on last year and the expectations.
Boeheim made 47 total three-pointers last season. Quick hands from Hughes. Hesitation.
As far as pulling the trigger on the jump shot.
Raymond. Hughes blocked it from behind.
Boy, Hughes covered a lot of ground to get that block. The only thing he didn't do was come up with the ball, but a great defensive recovery.
Hot start here in Joe Girard's first start. Elijah Hughes.
Whoa, that is a pro move right there, Brian. That is, can't teach that.
Hughes. Talked about the Hughes threes in the first half. Works his way to the rim this time. And a chance for one more.
It's the split of the double here. It's very interesting. Fake, go through it, and that's a sin for the defense.
Warren has his pocket picked. Girard now attacking. Shot blocked by McCarty. Saved though by Dolezaj. Sidibe. A trailing Hughes in the yard set. Open Guerrier with a finish. You do like to watch as a coach Virginia's defense to see what they're doing.
Sure you do. Why wouldn't you?
Hughes.
Ooh.
Lost Jimmy and hits the three. I'll take the bigger one. How about that?
I know. People say that, but sometimes it just looks better in the box score.
Well, it's a season high either way. 25 for Jimmy Boeheim.
New York State high school basketball, and he's going to have a different role, though, with this Syracuse team. I think he's going to have to be more of a distributor.
Nice pass inside by Hughes to Sidibe.
Right here, beautiful pass by Hughes, and again, he's just seeing the court so well.
Is a vital performer for them. He had an injury in the early going with a broken nose suffered in a preseason scrimmage against Binghamton. As Hughes connects again, he has 5 points.
Syracuse has 16 points off of turnovers, and beautiful defense that time. What has he not done in this game? His footwork coming off screens. Excellent release as we take a look at Elijah Hughes showing off the hops, off the backdoor cut. Right here, showing off the hops. A perfect day for him. Set up by the back door, showing off the hops, and Elijah Hughes was a monster today for Syracuse.
That's off the mark. Hughes with the rebound.
You can see the scouting in that.
Hit ahead. Guerrier throws it down.
I trust this guy on the floor. That's what it's all about.
Way outside, another three goes down for Elijah Hughes.
Boeheim to trigger. Syracuse averaging 69 points per game. They're giving up 63. The deep three by Hughes. And that's a good sign for Jim Boeheim.
Nice to get 2 buckets early from him. This offense needs it. Has really struggled.
That's his shot in transition, the three. Not many better in the country than Elijah Hughes, who has all of their points.
Again, a guy hits one, especially a guy who's accustomed to scoring the ball.
DeVoe is a crafty offensive player. Hughes is red hot, and he has 12 points. I think he hit that one from Savannah.
Not really well contested, and you know, the other thing from Syracuse, they've been very good in transition this year, statistically.
Ooh. Back door by Dolezaj to Hughes. Wow. Can you execute it any better than that?
Just a backdoor cut and the nation's leading shot blocker.
No, I would concur. Moses Wright. Wow. And Sidibe in the air, and a swat by Hughes. Doing it on both ends.
Considering how different their personalities are. And it just goes to show you, you can win a lot of games doing it in a lot of different ways.
Hughes with a two-hand slam. That's how to beat the full court pressure.
It's a nice long outlet over the top. Beat the press, beat it over the top.
0-1 in the ACC for the Orange. Backdoor Dolezaj to Elijah Hughes. As he's at 30 points.
That set play was actually Dolezaj who flashed across the lane. And
Oakland credit. They haven't handled the basketball. That's just an obvious turnover. I'm not sure how Getterfinger thought he was going to get that basketball over the top of Edwards.
Hughes.
Rack attack! Elijah Hughes rocks the rim for the Orange. Maddox, that's a deep three, and it goes begging. Hughes. Oh my! Elijah Hughes takes the roof off of the dome.
Their spacing, and Syracuse, again, you have to respect the three-point shooters.
Dolezaj with a chance for three.
Or dribble drives. They've had some looks. I think the problem is Syracuse has found ways to score.
The finger roll by Hughes.
Math guy, I know you Syracuse guys are smart. By my estimation, that's 43s that they have taken in this game.
Elijah Hughes will have a chance for three.
Their loss against Buffalo last weekend. Hughes against Towns, a major mismatch. Elijah gets the and one. It's a 5'10" defender.
Yeah, you see he's able to turn around and look over the shorter defender.
The in and out action should open up shooting and passing lanes. Good find by Hughes to Dolezaj, who gets the roll.
Never got it there. They got it down deep. And Quincy Guerrier on the challenge. Hughes off the bounce for three. Howard Washington seeing some minutes off the bench. Hughes once again. He's got the last 10 for the Orange. Hughes pried it away. He's got a run on it. And the touch. Dolezaj got turned all around. Then he got stepped on by Sidibe. Dolezaj is down. He got hit twice.
Get up and get a layup.
Gerard catch and shoot. He's got it. Elijah Hughes bangs in a three.
That's one way to beat him.
For Key, past Hughes. No good.
Oh, it's going to the rim.
Hughes. Oh, rim run with thunder.
Job in the mid-range and taking the ball to the goal.
Stephon Mitchell on the turnover. And Hughes, the easy flush. And a timeout, Boston College. Injured earlier, but he is back and ready to put Hughes on.
Cone's going to be a big-time player. He looks the part.
Hughes and one opportunity. Got to send somebody. You see right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then get it in and using his strength. Boeheim, Dolezaj that are so long, and they're able to get those deflections.
Hughes walled off, settles for the 12-footer, hits it.
It's coached. How do you get that?
He's played a lot of basketball. I mean, you don't score that many points without playing a lot of ball. And one of the issues we've had with the way things are, as you see him knock down another three.
Sidibe runs the floor, flings it back in, and Boeheim finds it. Hughes, 5 steps beyond the arc, another three. The Orange back in front, a 13-0 run.
You don't foul, you share the basketball well, you don't turn it over. That's a recipe for success.
At the shot clock expiration, it's Hughes again.
Maybe more of a pronounced role for Dwayne Sutton tonight against Amir Sims. Here's Hughes who faked McGowan's, and Hughes with the hammer.
By Dolezaj, no safety back, and then Elijah Hughes showing off the hops. I'm not sure what Teddy Valentine is looking at in that situation. But right here, again, beautiful finish.
But just enormous memories to see Antonio Reynolds-Dean. He had been at Charleston. As you see, a big answer from downtown from Elijah Hughes. There by inside, and the foul committed. There's Hughes.
So, you talked about, the
shot clock down to 5 again. A step back trick. Hello, how do you do, Mr. Hughes?
He had gotten a cutter. He could have gotten a layup.
There's a Hughes free ball. Just one of the better scorers in this league, but one of the best offensive players in the country. Here's his defense. Right on cue, Elijah. Fans thought there might have been a foul, but no whistle.
Here again, there's that physical play inside. And a beautiful little floater.
The recovery, though, for the block shot by Matthew Hurt triggers the run out. Another block shot by Elijah Hughes.
Energy in the building to start the game, but give the Blue Devils credit for coming in and doing the job. Once they settle down and taking the crowd out of it, now Syracuse trying to get them back in.
Dolezaj, one of the top offensive rebounders in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
He does so much for Syracuse as Hughes scores his first points tonight.
And Wake Forest has gone to a man-to-man. And I think that plays into Hughes' strength.
Sure does.
But they don't get out on him quickly, and Hughes, they're playing off of him a little bit because
they rim out.
Boy, he's missed a couple of point-blank range opportunities.
Johnson was a blur, and he got erased by Hughes.
That is a tremendous job by Elijah Hughes to not give up on the play. Hughes just streaks in from the right side. Girard's trying to get out of the way. I'm not sure that Childress ever saw.
But creating young men is more important to him than it is about winning a game.
Hughes from way downtown.
As well as with Dolezaj, but then to call, what was not much contact on the foul on this end of the floor, that's what they don't like to see, and it ends up being a big bucket.
Artis Gilmore.
Oh, never mind. Yep. Let's go, Artis Gilmore.
There you go. Tiny town
right.
with that sort of ability. Girard got a clean look in transition. Stolen by Forrest. And he gives it right back to Buddy Boeheim.
That's one area where Florida State hasn't been good. They've had a number of turnovers in this one, I believe. Now the number is 16.
Whether Elijah Hughes would be able to play with the groin injury suffered in pregame Tuesday.
Paid early dividends.
Well, last two games, 18% versus 40%.
Hughes, and he answers with a deep three of his own. Right now, Joe Lunardi has Baylor and Kansas both securely on the one line. What a block from behind there by Elijah Hughes. Them down to a 3 after their last couple of losses.
Well, Dr. Joe knows what he's doing. You got to win, man. You want to build those lines, you got to win.
Both of these teams struggling to start this game.
All the way ahead. Sidibe tracks it down and puts it up and in. Elijah Hughes trying to change that, and he does.
He heard us talking. He said, listen, we can't go over in the first half.
And it's Elijah Hughes' night. Another basket puts him at 25 points.
Sidibe comes away with it. Here comes Hughes. Fancy shot. Plus the foul.
And attacks Cole Anthony one-on-one. Anthony somewhat getting out of the way so he doesn't get the foul, but Brandon Robinson coming in and just adding insult to injury. Nice finish there by Hughes.
No scholarship seniors for the first time in over 20 years, so it's a very young team. Hughes getting into the paint, got the shot up there. That's a tough shot to defend.
And Buddy actually came back from a sprained ankle, missed the majority of the Pittsburgh game. He came back to score 22 points against UNC on Saturday.
Games, but Anthony back, Robinson back, and they have enough to beat anybody. Hughes, a long 3 for Elijah Hughes.
The score? This guy right here. Katie George was right. He's got 14 and